You read the title right. I am never taking glass solar panels with me camping or on the road ever again. Don't just take my word for it. Look at this, 460 watts of power. So yeah, I'm actually getting more power in the real world than that panel's rated for. Let's get this solar panel unboxed. And here it is. We've got these ground staples. They have this little piece of plastic that comes with them that helps distribute the force a little more evenly as opposed to just right across the top. And Zoop makes some of the nicest cases for their panels. First, you've got this weatherproof zipper, which probably doesn't matter as much for a solar panel, but it's nice that they have it. The cloth is very heavy duty and strong. It's got this really nice shoulder strap to help you carry it. You can actually physically grab the handles mounted to the panel. And then there's another handle down here at the bottom to help you kind of heft it, up into a truck or into an RV or something like that. Then we've got this zipper pouch here. We'll open this up. We've got all kinds of goodies that fell out. First, we've got some documentation here. And then I absolutely love this about Zoop. They send you, with the panel, these super nice MC4 extension cables. MC4 connections on this end. Notice that they've got the easy release feature on this, which is awesome. And then it goes through this big, long coil of wire and terminates to MC4 connectors here. So this extension piece is universally compatible with anything that uses MC4. And then on the end of this little piece that's attached to the extension, we've got an XT60 connector. We've got an Anderson power pole connector. And then we've got two styles of barrel plugs. I'm not entirely sure which one this is on the end. Maybe something for jackery, potentially. Maybe that's what this one's for. But anyway, you've got two barrel type connectors at your disposal as well. So when I say this extension cable is really nice, I mean it. 12'9" to the back of the MC4 connectors. And they didn't cheap out on the wire either. Check this out. 12 gauge wire is what they include. So I've just kind of got it propped up against my knee here. Put most of the weight's on the scale and it weighs in fully loaded with the stakes in the pocket as well as the extension cables. 33 pounds, 7-ish ounces. That's surprisingly light, really, for how much power this panel packs. Opening it is super easy. It's got this zipper that goes all the way down to the bottom on both sides. I'll show you how easy it is momentarily to set up outside. But there are these little straps that are very easy to undo to release the panel. And then you'll see Zoop has just engineered this so well to make setting this up, even though it's huge, super easy. Spec-wise, it's 450 watt panel. Our VMP is 38.3 volts. Our IMP is 11.7 amps. VOC is 45.9. And the ISC is 12.4. So this is going to be very compatible with a lot of power stations on the market. Something else I want to be sure and draw your attention to. Notice that the wiring that goes between the two panels is in wire form. So there's no funky stuff trying to, go through the bending point on the panel. We've actually got physical wires. So if this got bent or kinked or broken or something, it would be very easy to fix the wiring, which is one of the things I love about Zoop panels, because the kind that have the wires that are integrated in the bend points fail really, really fast. Even here in the middle, where it's got to wrap all the way around, it's still wires, and they got these nice grommets, and the wires just go through little grommet holes. So again, repairable if you ever have damage to that. Now these are not glass panels. They are coated with some kind of strong coating, but it's not glass. Don't know if you can kind of hear that as I tap on it. Now I can already hear the comments flying saying, I'm never going to use garbage like this for my solar panels. You do not use this or pay the premium for such a panel like this to sit out in your yard and harvest solar 24/7. This is designed to be portable. So boondocking, camping, emergency preparedness, that kind of thing is what this is perfect for, where you need tons of power in a very compact folding package that doesn't weigh a ton. Check it out, we have half-cut cells, and you can count them, but we have 16 bus bars through each of those half-cut cells. So I hope you were able to notice just how fast this solar panel is to deploy. That's something I absolutely love about Zoop panels, is how quick and easy you can deploy them and clean them up, which you'll see here momentarily. So many times portable panels are just such a hassle. They're flopping all over the place and different things like that. And anyway, this panel just makes it so much nicer. Got the solar panel over there. I've got the extension lead that comes in the box with the solar panel, as well as the little adapter cable here connected up to the Bluetti Elite 300. Check this out, 463 watts. So we're actually getting more power output than that panel is rated for. So if you buy a Zoup panel, you're getting more bang for your buck than anywhere else. And that is highly unusual for solar panels. Usually you never really see their rated output except in laboratory testing conditions. But the previous Zoup panel I tested, as well as this one, have always done an outstanding job with their output. So they're either using just crazy efficient solar cells, or I won the silicon lottery, or more likely, Zoup is actually rating their panels slightly conservatively. And these aren't bifacial or anything. This is just pure raw output, which is fantastic. Yep, still holding strong at over 460 watts. So maybe now you can kind of understand why I say that, taking glass panels with me on the road and stuff is just not even needed anymore when I have a Zoup panel or 2 or 3 like this. Let's do some artificial shade testing. So the power comes out of this side of the panel. So I want to just shade the bottom corner of the panel up here. So the farthest panel away from where the power exits. So yeah, just that little bit of shade on the corner lowered it by about 100 watts of power output. Okay, similar test, but this time on the corner of this panel that's closest to where the power exits. And you can see similar results, 360-ish watts. Okay, now a big giant shadow on the far panel over here. Look at that, you guys. 362 watts still. So whether it's a little teeny corner of the panel or a huge shadow on the panel, it sixes either way. Okay, now I've got the case just completely covering one of the panels. And check it out, you guys. Slight decrease, but only like 10 watts is all. That's insane. Okay, so now I'm bridging 2 panels. There we go. Now we're starting to see a more significant decrease, 243 watts. That's still pretty darn decent output considering how much of that panel's affected. I'm very impressed. So just for fun now, I'm bridging 2 panels closer to where the power leaves. Now, it still didn't make a big difference, 243 watts still. So simulated partial shading is all well and fine, but what about the real world if you've got this deployed under some tree cover or something? So we got areas of the panel that's almost full shade, and then, some dancing shadows on other parts of the panel. It'll be interesting to see what kind of output we're getting with this. There you have it, 89 watts, 91, 88. So fluctuating a little bit as those shadows dance across that panel. Still actually pretty good for that much shade. I'm actually quite impressed. Whenever I film videos out here, I always get comments from people on my lawn, which I greatly appreciate. I'll save you the hassle of asking the question. Yes, I have a whole playlist dedicated to my lawn care content. So if you're curious about the lawn care side of things that I do, go check out that playlist. I'll have it linked down in the description. So while we're over here in the shade, something I want to really emphasize that gets overlooked by people, but Zoup has this figured out, are these stands, okay? Trying to prop up a portable solar panel is usually one of the hardest things to do. If you've had experience with it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's either all kinds of things you gotta detach, unvelcro, things aren't staying out long enough, so you're just struggling and fighting it the whole time. Some people just give up and just lay the panel flat on the ground. Well, then you're giving up, some efficiency and what have you. These stands here that Zoup has are as close to perfect as possible in my book. Let me tell you why. When you're deploying the panel, the stand is like this, and I don't have to do anything but reach over and pull it out like that. It's not hooked up to anything. I don't have Velcro I gotta undo, no securing points to detach. I just pull it and it opens. But then they've set this up with enough friction up here that when I do pull it out, it stays out, right? So I don't have to be trying to hold that with a pinky finger and stuff and try to manipulate everything else and get it to somewhat, lay down. I can just come through, pull that up, pull the other ones up, and woof, spread it out, and you're deployed. And then when it comes time to clean up, literally it's just boom, boom, you're done. They've put these little bumper pads on the back so you don't hurt the panel when you push them down. Trust me when I say getting this system is literally worth half the cost of this panel. Maybe a little less than half, but still, it is a major win for the Zoup panels. And is probably the biggest reason why when I go on the road, the Zoup panels are the ones I reach for and take with me out of all the different options that I have available to myself. And just for fun, we got this panel all kinds of crazy angles and standing straight up, but still plugged in here to the power station. Let's see. Yeah, still over 60 watts, not bad. Comment and tell me what your thoughts are on this panel. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, but I think most of you will agree based on what you just saw. I feel that this is the best portable folding solar panel that money can buy right now, at least that I have personally tested. And I've tested a lot of solar panels, as a lot of you know. If you feel like this is too big, last year I tested the little brother to this panel, the 300 plus watt Zoop panel, and it too performed absolutely flawlessly. I will leave a link for that video down in the description so you guys can check that out if you feel like this 450 watt unit is a little too big. I think potentially the biggest issue on this big panel is, even though it does fold up and is pretty darn compact, sometimes it can be difficult fitting it inside like a storage compartment in an RV or something like that, whereas the 300 plus watt one is obviously smaller and more compact and has the capability of fitting into more storage bays than this one. But that's why they have options, and I will have links to both down in the description for you. I will also leave any coupon codes that I can get from Zoop for you to save you any additional money. In addition to links to the products and other videos, I have links down in the description where you can submit a guaranteed to be answered question by me, as well as book on a one-on-one video consultation. I also have links down there where you can use my custom search engine and find answers to your questions specifically in my videos. So it searches the video description, the video title, and my favorite part, the video transcription. So if I've mentioned something about a particular product or a particular question that you have interest in, click that link, type it into the search box, and it will search across all my videos and pull up all the videos that would pertain to what you were searching for. The feedback so far has been very positive on that search engine. So be sure and take advantage of all of those resources down in the description. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype, the 5 free things that really help my small YouTube channel. The name of the game is getting videos in front of eyeballs, and the algorithm for some reason is really relying heavily on people and their reactions these days. So I really appreciate your help with that. We've always got more exciting content in the pipeline that, as always, none of you will want to miss. So now watch how easy it is to clean this up. You'll see generally the hardest part is just getting the darn thing back in the bag, but even that is pretty darn easy the way they've engineered this.